Hey guys. It's me again. Last time went so well that Mrs. Britton invited me back to help you review for your final exam next week. I am here to go over the subjects you looked at, all the way back in week 1. The topics I will present today are knobology and introduction to vascular. Let's get started. Knobology describes the manipulation of ultrasound knobs and controls in order to obtain the best image possible for the scans you are performing. The inadequate use of these knobs and controls may impair image quality and can result in misdiagnosis. The first thing that any sonographer needs to fully grasp is how their machines work. The ultrasound machines are sophisticated and seem to have around 1,000 buttons that all perform different, critical functions. I don't have enough time to go over each one, however, let's have a look at a few of the most important. You all seem to have more of these machines than any others, so let's use the GE Logic P5 for our examples. Before you can do anything, the machine must be turned on. It is fairly simple to make that happen. Press the power on/off switch to turn the power on, press it again and you can turn the power off when you are finished. Pressing the patient key on the keyboard will display the patient screen on your monitor. Selecting New Patient automatically saves all patient data, annotations, measurements, calculations and worksheets of the last exam. Since images are not automatically stored, a warning message will appear asking if you'd like your images to be erased or saved. This is the trackball. Most importantly, it is going to let you control the cursor on the screen. It serves other functions as well. For example, it can also change the size of your color box in Doppler imaging. This is the depth button. Rotating this will alter how deep or shallow your imaging appears on the screen. The gain knob will adjust the overall amplification of the resulting ultrasound image. This can make structures appear brighter or darker with a simple twist. Finally, the freeze button will allow you to take a snapshot of what you are looking at. This will record the last few moments of imaging and bring them up on your screen. It will also allow you to scroll using the trackball we just discussed to choose the best image you can find to include in your reports. Thank you for your patience while going over a few of the more basic functions and principles of knobology. There are so many more options, as you know, but this is just a week 1 review and we have so much more to discuss. According to my notes, you all had an introductory vascular lesson in week 1 as well. Let's take a look at a few of the topics that were discussed. The week 1 introductory lesson gave us the objectives of learning anatomic, imaging planes, terms used for patient and transducer orientation, positions used for scanning our patients, and directional terms to describe where something is located. We use directional and locational terms in the medical field so everyone is on the same page when it comes to an understanding of where something lies. Anterior means towards the front of the body, but it can also mean something in front of something else. Posterior is toward the back. If something is more medial, that means it is closer to the midline or center. Lateral would refer to something away from the center. If something is superior, that is towards the head, or higher than another structure you are comparing it to. Inferior can be either towards the feet or lower than another structure. Imaging planes are very important in our field of study. These planes are produced by drawing an imaginary line through the body. Here are the 3 major ones that were covered in the first week. The sagittal plane runs vertically lengthwise with the body and divides it into right and left sections. The coronal plane splits the body into anterior and posterior, or front and back sections. Finally, the transverse plane passes through the body in a plane that is parallel to the ground. This divides the body superior and inferior, or top and bottom. There are several positions that a patient can be placed while performing ultrasound examinations. Positioning them correctly will enhance the visualization of the region in which you are focusing your scans. Here are a few of the ones used in ultrasound scanning. A patient laying on their back would be supine. A prone patient is face down on the exam table. Most of the time, we will use a position called left lateral decubitus in cardiac imaging. This refers to a patient lying on their left side, with their right side off the bed towards the ceiling. That about wraps up week 1 in Introduction to Echocardiography. I know everyone has a busy week ahead, but I am confident in this group and know you will all crush it. Thank you for your time and for inviting me once again. You guys rock.